right, well, it's so lovely to see you all here this afternoon for our fashion parade. Thank you for joining us. And for those of you who don't know my name is Joanna Cuthbertson. I'm a regular here at Gerringong Anglican Church for the 6 p.m. service, if you haven't seen me before. Has everyone had a drink and something to eat? Yeah, good, okay. Little bit of housekeeping, so if you need to use the bathroom, that's on my right. If you need to escape the building, there are 2 exits, one near the toilets and one down the back. And if for some reason we need to assemble, we'll do that over there. But hopefully we won't need to do any of that unless our male models cause a riot or something like that, okay? So that's a little hint of what's to come. So who's ready for some fashion? Yes, all right, great. Well, before we start the fashion parade, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Ronwyn Miller. If you'd visited Cottage Clothing, which is the cottage on the other side of the church, you will have met Ronwyn because she's pretty much there every time the shop's open. So Ronwyn, she's going to be our compere today because she knows all the clothes and the brands and knows all about them. So she's going to talk about them as they model. And apart from seeing her there all the time, she also sorts through all the donations, irons, cleans, sews, sells, chats to the customers, organises the other volunteers, and everything else you can think of that the shop requires. So that's Ronwyn.
It is my birthday tomorrow.
It is too. Happy birthday, Ronwyn, for tomorrow.
I will be putting my feet up, I think.
Yeah, you've had a busy time,
tomorrow.
so...
But
that's
just
working.
to make one thing clear,
okay.
there are a lot of us, well, there's a small group of us that do the work, so it's not just all me. So, we've got some loyal helpers, and you're going to hear from one of them later on. And Joanna has helped me from time to time, and there's a few of us here today.
Yeah. So, Ronwyn, what's the purpose of Cottage Clothing?
Well, it's an outreach of Gerringong Anglican Church. We're doing it so that we can make lovely clothes affordable for people to come and just buy something nice that's secondhand but still lovely. And it's also an opportunity for us to raise some funds. So we do that.
Okay, so you said raise funds. So where does the money go to? Because that's probably an important thing for people to know when they're buying the clothes.
Yeah. It's split. Half of it goes to our children's activities here. So things like Holiday Fund, Children's Church, youth groups. Half of the money goes to support that. And the other half is split 3 ways between a school in Bunda, Tanzania. It's a girls' high school. I've been to Bunda. I know the lady who set the high school up, and they also learn things like sewing and other life skills that will help them in their future life. That's 1/3 of the remaining half. Another third goes locally to family support through Anglicare in the Shoalhaven. So families in need can get help through Anglicare, and that's where that money goes. And the last 1/6 goes to Tumaini, Kenya, which is an organisation that's dear to my husband and I's heart, and we're using the money from here to help kids go through high school and also through technical college so that they will in turn have a better life as well.
Beautiful. Ronwyn, tell me about your dress. It's very pretty.
Yes, it is very pretty. It's very loud. I went over to Tumaini in Kenya a couple of years ago for a wedding, and the bishop's wife has a little business so that she can make money, and her business is tailoring. So she made this for me. And it was a lovely experience. We went to a clothing shop and it was wall-to-wall fabric, absolutely gorgeous, and you just had to pick one and then talk about what you would like. And if she'd had her way, this would go all the way to the ground. And I said, I'll never wear it. So it's had a few outings, and this is one of them.
Lovely. Now, to run the shop, you need clothes. So where do the clothes come from?
Oh, okay. Well, the clothes come from people like you. People come into the shop and they ask if we take donations, and I say, yes, please leave them in the box at the back of the cottage. We'd love to put your good second-hand clothing to good use.
Yeah. And how often is the shop open?
Well, not very often, but because there's a small team of us, we open on market days. So it's the third Saturday of the month, usually from 9 till 1, and sometimes on public holidays or school holidays. Like I will endeavour to open it next Saturday, for example.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, so last question. What do you enjoy most about Cottage Clothing?
What don't I like?
What do you like?
Well, I've always loved playing with clothes. And
Ultimate op shopper.
Yes,
Robin.
yes. I do have a bit of reputation. I've always loved op shopping, and it's fun, but it's also really lovely to meet people. I think that's probably the bit that I like the most, just chatting with people and getting to know people and enjoying the time in the cottage when we're open.
Yeah, and all those years of op shopping, did you ever see yourself then having, sort of running an op shop?
I guess it was probably inevitable, but I didn't. I actually didn't.
All right, well, I'm going to leave you in Ronwen's hands now because she's going to compare the fashion parade and talk about the clothes. So over to you, Ronwen. So I hope you have a lovely time.
Okay, right, we're ready to get started. Joanna's Mrs. Music, so we need to get her down there to flip the switch. Okay, please welcome Laurel. Laurel's wearing her own trousers and a lovely Kamiko set in orange coral lace. Here we go. There's some dancing music, yes.
Lift up your voices and lift up your praise. Join with the heavens declaring the wonders of His faithfulness.
And you'll be able to buy this later in the cottage if you would like to. Some of the models are wearing some of their own things. Some of the shoes have come from the shop. Some of them are their own as well.
The Savior has risen, the Spirit has come to bring us into love forever.
Next we have Gwenny, looking lovely as always. Today Gwenny's modelling a lovely linen dress and some beautiful handmade African paper beads and some pink scarves, all of which come from our lovely shop. Please welcome Margaret. Margaret's wearing a little black set and also a lovely blazer in textured linen and some pretty beads. Those trousers are, I think, witchery trousers, and the black top was from Relaunch. Ah, Margie. Margie's looking very relaxed in her lovely, loose, summer tropical cover-up. Keep going. So if you need something to throw over your cozies, that could be it. Please welcome Anne. Anne is wearing some lovely Italian linen printed trousers and a beautiful, I think you'd call it ultraviolet perhaps, or purple silk top. Now, if anyone should absolutely desire to own that purple silk top, please see me, because the skirt that goes with it is at my house. It wasn't mine, but the skirt is at my house. Ah, Kim! Come on in. Kim's wearing a cute little Sportscraft navy top and some Suzanne jeans and some, I don't know what you call the shoes, comfortable, washable shoes from the shop, and a scarf to match.
At 20 years of age, I'm still looking for a dream. A war's already waged for my destiny.
And now we have the lovely Emily. Emily's modelling a pretty little summer dress there in black and green. Looks lovely, Emily. And here comes Tilly. Yay, Tilly. Tilly's modelling some jeans here and a nice navy and white striped shirt.
When I was just a girl, I thought I had it figured out.
You know what they say? Navy and white is always right. Don't they say that? Can't go past navy and white. Oh, hang on. Photo op. And this is a lovely Sarah. Sarah looks lovely in this lovely yellow floral dress. Shoes from the shop, yes. And necklace, dress, all from Cottage Clothes. The dress is from Miss Valley. Please welcome Jen. Jen is wearing a lovely dress here from Faithful the brand, I think it's called, isn't it? Faithful the brand, very sought after brand, this one. Looking very stylish. Necklace and hat, all from the shop. And here's Laurel. Laurel's wearing a lovely Marimekko collaboration with Uniqlo. Lovely, fresh summer shift dress. It's a lovely dress. In fact, I own exactly the same dress. Marimekko, a real Marimekko dress would set you back $400, but for you today, much less. And Margie, who's coming through now, is wearing her own white pants and a lovely Seven Sisters crinkle top in pretty autumn spring tones. Lovely. And necklace to match. You can get both of those from our shop today.
The King of Love, my shepherd is, whose goodness faileth never.
I love this dress.
Nothing like if I
Gwenny, colours in that are beautiful, aren't they? Makes you want to go on holidays to somewhere exotic. Looks like Florence maybe in the pattern. Perhaps. A Duomo there. Beautiful. That's a lovely Orientique dress. And some, genuine, of course, pearls around her neck. Not.
my ransom soul he leadeth, and where the verdant pastures grow.
And Anne is wearing another beautiful electric blue top with black and white striped trousers. Very smart. Those pants are from Piper and the top is by Vents. Margaret has a beautiful, lovely fresh daffodil yellow linen top on from, I think it's Gordon Smith from memory. And some off-white trousers. Yes, I was right. Gordon Smith. Oh, the trousers are from Jane Lamerton. Kim has a lovely Noni B teal print top on and some nice white linen trousers. Oh, and the shoes. They're out for another outing. You'll see those shoes a lot today. Oh, that looks beautiful, Emily. Emily is wearing a vintage country road dress. And I know that it's vintage because it sat in my mending pile for forever because I was going to turn it into an apron. But it is so old that it was made by Country Road in Australia a long time ago. Beautiful pink cotton. And Sarah's got a lovely floral t-shirt on and a pretty little tan and white skirt. This is a lovely one too. Jen's got a lovely off-white and black summery long dress on with the option of showing a bit of leg. Just right for a party, and a lovely back too. It's very interesting at the back. Tilly is wearing some lovely Lee overalls with a very pretty drapey top underneath in lovely spring colours. Thank you, Tilly. And the brand of that top is Label of Love. Oh, big clap for the fellas. Here they come.
My soul, I am yours forevermore. I won't be moved of this, I'm sure. You are my God and you saved my soul.
Now, the men are here for a reason, not just for decoration. So they make pretty good decorations. Now let me introduce them to you as they're walking out. The reason we brought the men in is because we wanted you to know that we also have men's clothes, but today just the shirts are on sale from the cottage. So we have David, Gary, Steve, Ian and Rod. So give them a big clap.
There you go.
They've left their adoring fans now. Well, I have now to introduce you to somebody, to the lovely Lorna. Lorna is Lorna is one of our helpers in the cottage, and she also just happens to be Steve, our minister's wife. So Lorna's just got a couple of things that she wanted to share with us this afternoon. So over to you.
I think my biggest claim to fame is I'm married to one of those models. I would just like to point out that I am dressed by Cottage Clothing today as well. Okay. No, it's okay, thank you. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see the good, the bad, or the ugly? Mirrors are great. They help us accentuate the good. They help us to dress to impress. When I was younger, my mother went and got her colours done. By trying on shirts in all different shades, she was taught to see which colours really made her look her best. It was to do with her skin tone, a little bit to do with the hair and her eye colour, and it really made all the difference. When I was growing up, she always wore browns and oranges, kind of autumnal clothes, but it turns out she was a winter. So by adding navy and black and white to her wardrobe, she suddenly looked $1 million. I remember as a kid that my mum suddenly looked younger and smarter and more vibrant. Turns out I'm a summer, so my complexion is pale but rosy and I have blue eyes. And I've worked out that if I just hold up even a scarf and use the mirror to help me, I can work out that pink is good and apricot and peach are bad. It just look totally washed out. So mirrors are great too to help us to avoid the bad. Like, for example, do I still have chocolate brownie on my face, or is my tag sticking out? If I smile like this, can you still see the gap that I've now just newly got in my teeth? Are these shoes too heavy for this outfit? Mirrors are great with helping you work that out. And mirrors are also great for helping us to hide what we might think is ugly. Like the classic, does my bum look good in this? So I'm not a huge one for fashion shows, but I did go to a fashion talk quite a few years ago, and I had these amazing tips that I've kept with me for the rest of my life. One is, if you've got a really big bust, don't wear round necklines. So you'll notice that I always have these. If you have extra padding around here, you should wear nice loose materials. The lady said it's all about seeing fabric, not flab. She also said that your skirt or your pants should end not where your legs are the fattest. So as I've got older, I've realised that the dress that ends just above the knees is really no longer a good look. One more donation to Cottage Clothing. She also got us to do the wave test. She said, if your underarms are waving in the breeze, you should make sure you have sleeves to cover that area. I can't wear singlet tops, according to her, but I can wear this one, which I chose at Cottage Clothing because the sales assistant said to me last year when I was shopping for a dress for my son's wedding, oh yeah, that one's good, it's got modesty caps. Of course, there are other physical flaws that we can use the mirror to help us with, not just to do with arms and legs, but there are other kind of signs of illness or trauma that we can hide with a bit of a help from the mirror. For example, beautiful Gwen can have a really beautiful scarf, or you can choose an amazing wig if you've been going through chemo or radiotherapy. Also, you might practice smiling. If you're feeling really low, you might just use the mirror to really help you to kind of mask that. You might use long baggy sleeves or long baggy clothes to cover certain bruises or scars that you don't want people to see. You might be checking in the mirror that your catheter bag or other drainage device is snugly hidden from view. But sometimes the mirror can't help us at all in the things that we have hiding inside us. I'm sure everyone here can think of some type of emotional or mental, physical or spiritual flaw that we really think, I don't think anyone else knows about this, but I know I've got it and I'd really like to get rid of it. So I'd love to tell you about this lady who had that kind of hidden thing. She had a physical condition that meant that she had been bleeding non-stop for 12 years. So you can imagine that she was really unwell and she'd really tried hard to fix it and spent all her money trying to get rid of this problem, but nothing had helped. And she lived in the Middle East at the same time as Jesus. So she knew that Jesus was coming along and she just was absolutely sure he could help her. But the problem was it was really crowded around him, a bit like it was crowded out there before, kind of pushing past. But she thought, if I could just reach out and touch just his clothes, I know I'd be healed. Now, if we reach out and touch the clothes of those very beautiful looking men and women walking along there, I don't think much would happen. But she knew that if she just reached out and just touched Jesus' clothes, that she'd be healed. And that is, in fact, what happened. So she got close enough just to touch him, and she felt at the moment she touched his clothes that it was all over and that her bleeding had stopped. At that same time, he realised that power had gone out of him. And he turned around and said, "Who was it that just touched me?" And his friends went, "Don't be ridiculous. There's so many people around. It could have been anyone." But I don't think it was that he didn't know. I think he just wanted her to acknowledge that she needed his help and that she needed to come forward and say that, which is what she did. So she came forward and said, "Yep, that was me, and this is why." And you know what his response was? He said to her, "Take heart. Your faith has healed you. Go and be in peace and be free from your suffering." And I personally can testify that that's what happened to me. It was in 1987, which is a long time ago, that I reached out to Jesus and asked him to help me, and he healed me. And there's lots of people in the room who would agree with that. That's their personal experience as well. You might know someone that you've come with today. You could ask them about it. I'm sure they'd be lovely, really be very happy to tell you. And I'd love to tell you more about it myself as well. But all you need to do, if you've got something inside you, you feel like this is just this hidden thing that I can't tell anyone about, but I really need Jesus' help with, all you need to do is reach out, and it's just like just touching a piece of clothing as the models walk past. You can touch Jesus and he'll heal you. So when you look at the rest of the models today, and there'll be more of them and we'll really enjoy it, just think about those clothes that the lady touched. And when you go home and look in the mirror tonight or tomorrow morning, think, you know what, there's someone who can see me. They can see all the good, they can see all the bad, they can see all the ugly, they can see everything that's hidden. But if I just reach out and touch Jesus, he'll heal me. And that is something that I really believe to be true. Thank you.
Right, this is your opportunity to have a little exercise. You need to stand up and look underneath your chair, because there are some special chairs in the room. And if you've got a special chair with something on it, can you bring the something to me up the front, please? Now, we didn't charge entry today, so it's not technically a, lucky door prize or whatever, but we just asked you to donate something in the form of clothes so that we can sell that later on for ministry and mission. And these lovely ladies have been fortunate enough to just happen to sit in the seat that has something attached to it. What's it say?
Lucky you.
It says lucky you, right. So, okay, if you would like to go down there and select something from the table, that's how it works. I'm not going to nominate. And I would like to thank especially, we had a sponsor called Brownie in a Box. It's a business that you can, yes, please select something that you'd like and take it home with you. Brownie in the Box is an internet business of a friend of Jenny's, and she, lovely lady, donated some nice brownies for sale, and we have a beautiful plant from our plant stall, and there's some very pretty mugs with a few little treats inside as well. So congratulations to you ladies. Let's give them a clap. Now, I could just say that I love playing with clothes and I like meeting people, but it's also really good for the planet to recycle clothes. I'm sure you all know that. Fast fashion is a real problem in our world today. People spending a lot of money on clothes that get worn once or twice and then basically thrown away. So what we're doing here is also good for the planet. So we can congratulate ourselves when we buy second-hand and when we donate to second-hand clothing shops, because it's keeping clothes in, what's the word? Circulation, that's the word. Keeping clothes in circulation, giving them a new home, something you're sick of, somebody else can love. So can I encourage you to, and I need to say this to myself as well, go through the wardrobe and recycle. Okay, I think we're ready for our next round of models. Okay. Here's Laurel. Laurel's wearing a lovely burnt orange linen skirt with an aigu top, a lovely floral cotton top and some pretty green beads. Looks lovely together. Next we have Margaret. Margaret's wearing a very pretty little 1950s style waisted dress with a belt, beautiful floral print, and a cute little, I think it's a David Lawrence little cardie from memory, a little emerald green one. And some more genuine pearls, not? Also available for you to, and I think the shoes might have been from the cottage too. Yes, the shoes are from the cottage. Top to toe, there you go. And now we have Margie wearing a beautiful, very pale blue, I suppose it is, linen and lace, lovely shirred top. Very pretty. And her own trousers. And her own necklace. I love that necklace, Margie. Done. Anne's wearing a beautiful jersey Mayochi dress. It's lovely. Very figure hugging. Beautiful jersey dress. Nice for a night out. Now, if you were to buy that new, I'm guessing around maybe $240 new. Mayochi. I think it's Spanish. Spanish? Mayochi? Hi, here's Gwenny wearing a lovely loose printed dress. Would you like to pop your jacket off and show us the dress? Very nice. And the jacket is silk, by the way. Purple silk jacket. The jacket's from Sarissa. We've got quite a few lovely silk things in our cottage from a lady who loves silk. And the dress looks lovely too. Now Kim's looking great in our budget outfit today. Kim is wearing a lovely autumn print top which came from Target. And, even better, her trousers came from Anko by Kmart. So, not expensive, but looks great, and we're doing the right thing. We're recycling, getting more wears. And here comes Tilly. Tilly's got a pretty little dress on there, lovely little printed dress, and her Aussie hat. Looking very cool. Goes great with the boots. Emily's wearing a lovely little billabong off-white linen jumpsuit, I suppose you'd call it, yes, and a little wrap striped top over it. Looks great. Now that's thinking outside the square, because I wouldn't have thought to put something over the top, but it looks great. Sarah's got a really pretty little off-white ruffled dress on with a hat and beads and shoes. I think the whole lot is from the cottage, yes? Yes. Beautiful. Please, Jen's got a gorgeous, I think it's silk actually, that's that same brand, skirt. Really interesting, unusual piece, this one, with some embroidered panels on it. And teamed with lovely flats and a little white linen top by Jump. Very striking piece. Oh, look, I think we might be going to the opera. Here we have Ian and Laurel together, looking great. They look like they belong together because they do, they're husband and wife. Yeah, you know. Laurel's wearing a lovely purple dress there. Looks $1 million. No, not that expensive for you today. Available in our shop afterwards. Oh, here we have another lovely evening dress. Gary's looking very flash in his dinner suit. That's not for sale. And Anne is wearing a beautiful... and Anne is wearing a beautiful black jersey evening dress. With lovely detail at the front. They come up pretty good, don't they, these guys? Next we have Margaret and Steve. Margaret is wearing a very lovely jacket by... I can't remember, but a Joseph Ribkoff jacket, this one. It's beautiful. Lovely multicoloured jacket. With interesting detail. Would you like to show us what's hiding under your jacket? Not you. Oh, look at that neckline. Very daring and beautiful. Looks stunning, Margaret. And we have Margie and Rod, and look, they match. How cool is that? Rod has his own beautiful velvet jacket, which he's now going to put on for us. That's his own. And Margie is wearing a beautiful outfit. The top that she's wearing is a sort of scrunched, it's not silk, it's a polyester, but it's very expensive to buy. They're a couple of hundred, those tops. It's by a brand called Aquilima. I think it's called that, Aquilima. And she's wearing black trousers and black... What are we doing? Yes, the black cami is by Blue Illusion. The black trousers are by Taking Shape. And it's Alquema. Sorry, I got the name wrong. This lovely thing here is, I don't know what you call it. Cover up? No. The coat. It's not really a coat, is it? But it's just gorgeous. You look great. And let's welcome Gwenny and Ian. Gwenny's wearing a lovely little black number. And with a beautiful, interesting scarf there, nice wrap with a bit of sparkle in it. Very lovely. Now, children. And here we have Kim and Gary coming through. Kim's wearing a lovely wrap Diana Ferrari floral dress, a little pale pink wrap, and a navy blue fascinator. That's her own, but we do have other fascinators in the shop. I think we need to have a dance. Next we have Tilly and Steve. Tilly's wearing some lovely black and white culottes with a beautiful silky black top as well. And Steve's looking dapper in his suit. Next we have Emily and Rod. Emily's wearing a lovely green silk cami by Witchery and some beautiful silky country road black and white striped trousers with a vintage clasp bag. Oh. We have the lovely Sarah with Ian. Sarah's wearing a beautiful strappy, silky, emerald green dress. I love the colour of this dress. With a really pretty laced up back. Very gorgeous. Now that dress, I think from memory, was by Urban Outfitters. Very beautiful. I think Ian's done this before. And now we have Jen and Gary. Jen's all ready for the races or a wedding. Very beautiful. In a lovely Veronica Main fitted tailored dress in off-white with pearls and an off-white fascinator and a vintage vintage clutch, that's the word I'm looking for, and lovely wedge shoes. All of which you can purchase in the shop today. Right, now we have one. I would like you to go and get all the models, please, and bring them in. Here, all of them. I wanted to say thank you to our models. Come on up. Everybody up. I wanted to say thank you to you all for stepping outside your comfort zone for this lovely afternoon and giving it your best shot. And I know for some of you, you were absolutely anxious and nervous, but you've all been wonderful, and we just wanted to express our appreciation. So, okay, thank you. Right, what I wanted to tell you now is that the cottage will be open if you would like to come over and have a look and buy some things. We have FPOS. And there's also possibly some more. I'm not sure if there's more food out there or not at this point. There's food out there, so you can have another nibble and stand around and have a chat. But the cottage will be opening now, so I'm going to head over there and we will open up the shop. Okay, thank you. There are some books at the door that are free for you to take if you would like to have a look at the books on the way out. And please help yourself to anything that you are interested in. I forgot something really important. I forgot to say thank you to my partner in crime, Jenny. I don't know if she's already gone. Jenny Collier. She's over in the cottage. Jenny Collier spent a lot of time with our girls working and their gents working out their outfits, and Jenny and Eiley and Lillian and others helped decorate. So big hand of applause for them.